Okay, so we're gonna kill the zombies that we see on the way out here. And I'm driving slowly because there's entirely too many corpses. This is a regular problem. And the reason that's a problem is not because like the damage it can cause to your vehicle, because we've done tests that it doesn't damage your tires and suspensions. Like I was getting information that some said it did, some said it didn't. But we tested by driving over a whole bunch of corpses, got no damage. But if you drive too fast with the corpses, you can tip your car on its side, launch in the air, do all sorts of things that cars shouldn't really do. So there's all that. Part of the reason we're heading back is we're also just about to run out of water. Which isn't that urgent, actually, but, you know, we do want to make sure we top it off. Yep, it was, a Retenaru or whatever it was the one that did it, and it's like, right. And that was the kind of things. It's like, okay, I've heard. That's the thing. It's like I trust what Karagam and Retenaru say, but then there's also the other individuals I had saying it. You know, it did hurt their tires, like, but I trust them too. And it's like, okay, well, and I don't mean like they're saying, oh, well, like they're misleading me or something. Like, all right, at some point someone got bad information, or it changed at some point. Like, you never know. And just because of that, there is a conflict of information here. Like, we need to resolve it. We just had a whole bunch of bodies laying around. It's like, all right, well, we can test it. Like, we can very directly test this. And I understand if I watch the video, they probably had all that stuff, but I have to remember to actually watch the video when I'm not streaming. And it's very difficult to do that if people don't link it in the Discord, because it's just, I stream too long, I don't remember things. I very much depend on people to give me, like, stuff. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, might as well test it, because you never know when something will change in the game. So, you know, someone's made a video about stuff that was correct when it was made, and then just an undocumented changes. I've had many games that's happened. It could be advanced volume. I don't know the exact name off the top of my head. It's either like advanced volume or advanced audio mod or something like that. I'm trying to think if there's an easy way you can look it up here in 2 seconds. I don't think there is, but let me try some. No, I was hoping it would show up here. It doesn't have the name here either. Oh well, I tried to look it up. But yeah, it'll be something like advanced audio or advanced volume or something like that mod. But what that person's asking about, Killian, is that there is a mod that what it lets you do is it adjusts the sound. So like, here, let me just show you. And this used to be a function, like, when I first started streaming, this was here. I didn't need a mod for it, but it was one of the things I promoted about the game. Is like, hey, you know what? If you're here and you say, hey, that spear fishing sound is obnoxiously loud, you can make it loud. You can make it super quiet. Maybe you want your SUV's engine to scream like the Fire of a Thousand Suns. You can turn it way up. But you can see, like, for stream, I turned down stuff like the horn. I've turned down the alarms. I turned on, like, basically I found sounds that are particularly loud that, you know, I know a lot of people like to chill on my stream. You know, vibe. A lot of people fall asleep to my stream. Like, it's their way when they're like, okay, I'm all wound up. I'm trying to, like, get in my zen mood to try and, like, fall asleep. Like, I'll listen to your stream because your voice is soothing and all that. Voice soothing and all that. So what I was doing immediately before I started my sabbatical is I authored interactive content that teaches software development. So calling me a teacher in that frame of reference isn't... It's one of those things like, I am teaching people things, but I'm not what you would think of as a teacher. I was authoring things that would teach people things, if that makes sense. But I have been a teacher in my past, college level. And no, not a professor. No doctorates or anything. Yeah, we'll just head back. Oh, hey, zombies. Because the thing, like, how I wanted to address this for heading back, like, you know what? We'll just head back. Yep. No, not doctor. I was I'm only a few courses short of where I could have been called, like, could have actually taken the title engineer, because the major I went to college for was like a hybrid thing, where it's kind of electrical engineering and kind of computer science, as well as a couple other things all kind of bundled in one. But I was missing some of the general engineering stuff that's required for getting your certification, and I have zero interest in taking a course in thermodynamics because I have seen the nightmare fuel that is. So I cannot call myself an engineer, but I was close to being one. Instead, I'm just a person who really knows computers and software development. I also have no interest in putting the effort to require to go to get a doctorate. I very much enjoyed my time in college. Well, alright, college is a mixed bag, let's be real about it. I enjoyed the learning part of college. I did not enjoy the way that assessments and all the bureaucracy end of college worked. Where you wake up in the middle of the night having a nightmare, scared to death that you missed your courses, like your final project, 20 years after you finished your degree. That's not true. It's not been 20 years since I finished my degree. It's been a while, but not that long. Like, those are not healthy indications that you're dealing with a healthy level of stress there. Pretty soon, a lot of these bodies should start going away. Oh, and also for something fun and exciting, yeah, so you see, like, I hit those bodies, and even going 10, the front end of the car lifted off the ground entirely. So that's the reason we drive slow. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I miss the actually going to school, being on campus, interacting with people, and, like, the actual learning portion of school. Now, like, exams and, like, group projects and a lot of that kind of stuff, I could do without. A bunch of the headaches about, like, figuring out stuff for your major, your courses, all that, not, like, I could do without that as well. But, like, if I could have a career that is just, I am a student paid to learn, and then, you know, help teach or, you know, help with information, that kind of stuff, sure, that would be a wonderful career. I find that very fascinating. But that's not a thing as far as I'm aware. Gotcha. I'm not so much worried about failing, it's just there's so much there to, like, cause headaches and stress. And I do wonder if it would be different at this point now that I'm, like, established in my career where I could somehow just go back to school, like, because I'd have zero care about actually, quote-unquote, completing the course in the sense of doing your final exam kind of thing, just learning. Like, it would be so much more of an enjoyable experiment. I mean, it is an experiment. Experience, though. That was the word I was actually going for. Oh, yeah, Zittering. Like, that's another thing. It's like where you forgot to, like, you go to class kind of thing for an entire semester. It's like you have those nightmares and you're like, why am I having this nightmare? I haven't been a student for, you know, 10, 15 years. Like, why is my body still like, I need to repeat this so you're ready for it? But yeah, we are driving slowly just to get past these bodies. As you can see, they are decaying away, so it won't be too much longer that I have to do this. just because otherwise we can ramp and turn aside all that. But yeah. But that is a big reason why the structure of my stream is what it is, where I try and make it informative and where I try and make it relaxing, because like the other thing, like if you look on the about section below, you'll notice the thing talking about weird fonts. One of the things I do try and do is advocate for underrepresented groups, specifically in my area it's in technology, so we're talking about women, people of different minorities, all that kind of stuff. But you're also talking about people with disabilities, and people with disabilities is my big focus towards the end. Like I've done focus with all of them, but I do find that there are a lot of great groups out there who are helping with, you know, women in technology and all that. But people with disabilities, there's just not as much resources available. So I try and build awareness. And like for the record, part of the thing I do in my professional life is I actually give talks to like user groups and conferences, and businesses will actually have me go there. When I say go there, it's remote these days. But talk to their teams of software developers, and just, I have talks I give that's like talking about, you know, making sure you're being mindful of people with disabilities, how to make your software accessible, why you should make your software accessible, all that kind of stuff. Because you should. There's so many reasons you should. But yeah. So I try to help. I almost misplayed that and would have felt really dumb getting bitten by just walking into a zombie. Gotcha. And I would highly recommend it. Like, having any knowledge in software development, even if that isn't what you want to do long term, can help you in a lot of ways. Like, one, just the approach you take with software development does have a kind of the engineering mindset of like identifying the problem, working through it, all that, the logic that goes into it, and all that can be helpful. But it doesn't really matter what you are doing for a living these days. Almost everything software development can augment. Like whether you're collecting garbage or being a secretary or being a manager, having some software development knowledge means you can do like little things to add efficiency. Like for the management, when you sit there and look at like they have to keep so much track of stuff in like Excel spreadsheets and all that, you can very easily just pop in there and go, well, Excel spreadsheets except VB script and all that, you can actually program all that. Bootcat says, say I hear you on my other PC and I just want to say thank you for being a good streamer and helping with people with disabilities. And I just rephrased that because, you know, trying to make it like the technically correct term kind of thing. But what she says is not like problematic or anything. If like someone says something problematic, I'll usually go out of my way to correct it. And we're all learning. Like, I'm not someone, if you use the wrong term or something, I'll be like, that's wrong. Out. I've only had to ban 2 people so far. One, because the person was here clearly just to cause trouble, and had no interest in doing anything but causing trouble, so we showed them the door. And the other was self-promoting so hard. Like, we gave them the, hey, you know, here's the timeout, cool it, and they were like, you know what? There's the door. you didn't get the memo, you're not here to be a member of the community or do anything. You're here to try and, you know, build your audience. And I like supporting people building their audience, but not when they take that choice from me. Yeah, it's pretty much, well, it's like, and it was such a weird thing too. He's like, hey, I need to help me defeat this bot on this thing. I'm like, dude, the streamer owns the bot. Like, we're not helping you to, like, you don't defeat a bot. It's a piece of automation. Like, you can overwhelm a bot, but like, why are you hopping in some random stream doing that? Like, all of this tells me is you're a buddy to the streamer and you just want to drive traffic to their stream. And like, kudos for you being a little creative, but this is weird. So like, the moment they did that, I'm like, all right, that's like way too far self-promotion. I timed it out just to erase from channels. Like, I don't want you dropping our name drops. Like, I will. Like, a number of people have been in here for a long time that I will be like, you know, a Lawful will pop in here, and he won't even say anything. It's like, well, I'm going to plug your channel, and you just have to deal with it. And so it's become a joke, and I'll like do that. I'll do like the Mr. Nice Gamer 88, like I am actively plugging him by saying that. I'll say for like the Jax, or Inverse Flux, or Royale with Cheese. I'm just dropping names left and right, plugging them. I am fully on board supporting people and getting their names out there. But, don't pop in the channel, just do that. That's rude. Oh yeah, and all those people I'm plugging, every single one of them be like, yeah, check out their channels. Like any time that, you know, stuff comes up specifically related to a bunch of channels, like I will try and make a point to plug them. If I see people like popping in channel, it's like, oh hey, you know, this person I know who has a good stream is, you know, in channel. All right, yeah, we'll plug them. I mean, Ziggy D wasn't in the channel earlier, but like, no, Ziggy D is awesome. Ziggy D Live has a fantastic channel, super entertaining streamer. Currently he'll be playing the crap out of Path of Exile, because that's the jam when the new league drops. Like, he has no idea I plugged his channel, but I'm gonna. Because, like, I also know people here, you know, they're looking for similar streams, and I want to help them find it. Like, it's not by them seeing their stream suddenly I don't have a viewer. Like, sure, they might spend more time over there than here and blah blah blah, but you know, you help your viewers out, give them what they want. Oh, and for the people who have been here, and this sounds like, this feels like a shill thing to do, but I'm gonna do it because otherwise no one will know. I did add, for those familiar with the Nexus Game Store, I did add, it allows me to like make a store of games that I recommend. It is not the full library of Steam or whatever, but any games you buy through there, I do get a cut kind of thing, so it's just full transparency. If the games are cheaper on Steam, buy them on, if the games are cheaper on Steam, buy them on Steam. But just saying, if you are going to buy the games and you want to support the channel, they are there. But I did set that up the other day, just trying to give people options that like they get something for supporting me. Because again, it still feels weird because like, here's $5 donations. Like, thanks, I'm super excited that you want to support your channel. It also feels weird accepting your money, but you know. Cool. I also set up the merch. I understand the shipping for outside the US is absolutely horrendous, and I'm sorry that is the way it is. I have no control over it. All of that's priced, so it gives me $5 if you buy anything. That's just, I see it as a $5 donation, and you get a thing. But thank you. And I feel weird mentioning stuff involving money. But never feel obligated to do anything related to money at all. You just being here watching helps the channel. And, you know, like, even if you're not chatting, if you're just lurking, you're still here, that's still supporting the channel. It's still, you know, you're a pair of eyeballs on the stream. It helps. I do appreciate it. Like, don't ever feel obligated to do it. Especially, like, if you don't have the means right now, absolutely don't feel obligated to do anything at all. Yeah, I get that. Like, that was I had set up, like, early on with the stream. Like, you know, just was like, okay, I'm gonna go for affiliate. Alright, well, I will put up a donation thing, you know, expecting no one to ever do it. Like, the first time I actually got the alert for the donation, I was like, what's happening? I don't understand. Like, what just triggered what now? I was so confused. Don't walk. Oh. Hey, Panzer Boya. How's it going? I don't think bucks are young male deer. I think bucks are just male deer. Like, I think it's, buck is a male deer, doe is a female deer, and I think it's a fawn is a young deer? Or was it a fowl? I don't remember. It's one of the two of them. I think it's a fowl. Oh, it is a fawn? Okay. I couldn't remember. Like, it's not something I, talk about earlier. Well, at least I know I can't run over the flamingos. I've been avoiding doing that, but now I know it's safe, because the flamingos didn't just all get taken out right there, so that's good. Right. Nice, Andy. It is really nice on Project Zomboid. It's like, you know what? We're going to give you a good start in this run. Main condition, Rash Ranger. House, got the keys. Got the generator all in one place. And 2 empty gas cans in the garage. Excellent. It means all you're missing is gas and a magazine. That is a great way of starting a run. Okay, so we got this topped off. We'll check this out, because this is probably low on gas at this point. Alright, Burning Sun popping in here. Actually, that's a good guess. Doing the 5 push-ups, so I'm going to knock those out real fast, and I'll be right back after I've done my push-ups. Cool. Right, so we're back at our house. The generator still has plenty of fuel in it. We do have everything started. Oh, I forgot to turn off the alarm on this. Or not alarm, the radio. Those are different things. Because it will drain the battery over time. So yeah, this is my home base. Alright, Lawful Falafel, thank you again for the raid, and you sleep well. But so we have our base. Like, right now I'm not growing anything because we're still technically in the winter, so things grow terribly. Technically, I guess the strawberries are still here, but I'm just completely and utterly neglecting them because reasons. Don't worry about the fact that half this fridge is missing. It's fine, and did not involve a zombie destroying it. Like, It's fine. As you can see, I got a bunch of rain barrels here. There's nothing else up there right now, but if we go over here, I've got a nice little fishing spot, so we can fish in our little pond here. We have storage that we've been building, so I've got plenty of storage here. We're only using like this last row or so. Oh, that reminds me, one of the things I was going to do, oh, we got a bunch of stuff in the truck. That'll be something we grab. Because what we can do is, if I'm not mistaken, we have a bunch of shotgun shells now, so the next time a helicopter rolls in, we are good to go for causing some mayhem. As you can see, we've had pretty good luck with the katana situation. After you've killed something like 21,000 zombies, you do tend to get your hands on a couple of katanas. Thank you. A lot of people are like, isn't that not safe to sleep on a bed? Like, I mean, you're right. But also, katana bed. And for those trying to count, we are up to 9 katanas. The other day I was actually going to hop on stream and say, you know, like put the title of like, can we get to 10 katanas? Didn't do it. Should've. Didn't. We got canned soup and soda. Let's put that in our food storage. Oh, I mean, you just want a double bed. I mean, come on. You don't want to be in like a twin. What fun is that? Okay. So as I recall, we got shotgun shells and a bunch of other junk in this back one. So one of the things I like to do to just make looting easier, once I've got the strength for it, which isn't when my character starts, is I keep a secondary bag, because then I can just go, okay, what do I put in here? Alright, all this. And now when I go to the next places, I can just hit transfer all if it's all going to the same place. So I can keep what I'm looting that I'm not actually keeping on me for long term, separate from like my actual stuff I want to keep with me. It's especially advantageous, like, if I'm picking up a bunch of planks and I get into a fight, I go, oh no, zombie, boom. I've dropped my big heavy bag and I'm ready to fight. So that's a good idea for when you have strength, like try and get multiple bags if you can. A good way to find these large bags is actually just drive around like the big, like the highways way out in the middle of nowhere and just look for a really large group of zombies just like clumped up in a tiny spot. There's a good chance when you look at those, you'll find one of the zombies will have a large backpack in the middle of them. Not always, but quite often. Put away the painkillers. All right, what do you use again? Your 911 45 bullets. What do we have for 45s? We have like nothing, so you're gonna get off my person. Our gun cabinet is full. All right, that was not part of the plan, but we can make this work because I'm gonna take all that out, and now it will fit. We have our shotgun for party time later. Oh, fishing stuff. That we were going to put with the farming stuff. And where am I putting this welding mask? That's the thing I'm still being indecisive about. I'm using the shelves just because, I mean, like, whether you use, like, I can stack the crates. Like, I don't need to worry about space. Like, I'm not trying to go for maximum efficiency there, and I'm just putting what's inside. So, like, if I look at this cabinet, I've got a one-handed weapon here. These are all one-handed weapons. I mean, I guess technically they're tools. That's the same thing. This is my gun box. If I go over here, this is weapons that go on your back. I mean, at the moment, it's just full of machetes that are broken. Like, there's electronics. I have tailoring, medicine. That's complicated. Like, it's like concrete, all that. This is like extra stuff. It's just an aesthetic thing. Like, if I did stack crates, certainly I could fit more in here, but then I also can't see past the crates particularly easily, so I don't really care for crates. Okay, one thing I should do is tools. Where is the, grab one of the propane torches. You're full. Let's see. Get rid of the extra wrench, I don't need it. Get rid of the meat cleavers, I don't need those. And put our backpacks in each other, so we're not dealing with those. And good. So that means I now have stuff I can actually start taking apart metal furniture. Oh, do I have an extra water bottle? I think I do. No, I already got rid of it. Cool. Alright, that's that. Let's deal with this. So we're down to a handful of carrots, radishes, and that kind of stuff. So let's grab some radishes because we're out of those. You're full. I'm not doing carpentry right now. Let's put away all the nails and the saws and that. Oh, we do have our battery charger for if any cars' batteries die. We'll go over here and drop off the saw and the hammer. Actually, no, I want to keep the saw on me. That we can take stuff apart if we want. Let's get rid of some of our knives. Some of our nightsticks. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got 24 nightsticks on hand. 23 knives on hand, not even counting what's here. We're in good shape with our secondary weapons. Let's see, what else do we have? Alright, so, back to getting food. So, I need more radishes. Grab some more carrots. I think we're good on tomatoes and potatoes. Strawberries are still fresh, so they can stay. Cool. Oh, we're basically about to be sleepy. Alright. That's fine. Because we were running back here to restock, get our water, do all that kind of stuff. Not ready for our character to sleep yet, so what I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to grab one of these spears. It is the winter, so our fishing is going to be terrible. We're not going to catch anything, but if I fast forward to it, I will get a couple points in fishing. Nothing meaningful. But something to do while we wait. Because if I go to sleep right now, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night. It's not a good time. Don't want to do it. So we just burn time. Get a couple points out of it. Then we'll turn around and we'll run back up and go back to our fighting up by the warehouse. Bad. So if I go here and I look at the skills here, this fishing down here, you'll notice it's like 194. It goes up by not catching anything, but terribly. It's super slow. We are just kind of doing it to kill time. It's not strategic. It's not. It's just basically it's to be fast forwarding and doing something. Alright, it's midnight, so we will grab our crowbar, drop the spear in the ground, step inside, make our salad, eat our salad, and then we'll go to sleep in the katana bed. Oh, and that's also another large backpack on the ground there. It's not a bug out bag. It's just if I go to do something that I just really need a ton of storage, like moving out of here, then I would grab that and use that. Because then I have two large bags that can absolutely fill up to the brim. And as a trick you can do with that is I can put those in a seat in your car, and even though the car seat can only carry like 20, 26, depending on if you have organized or not, and the backpack can carry like 30, 35, depending on if you have organized or not, it means you can effectively put like 30, 35 in a seat that only contains 20, 26, because you can put, you know, what, like an item, no matter how big, in the seat of your car, so long as it's just the one item. It'll allow you to have overcapacity.